Back to Screw. And we all know who was in the SUC, was on the great tape. UGK was on the great tape as well. KB, Lil Flea, even Big Mello. Did you ever get on a great tape?
No, you mean just flowing this
just coming in. Hey, K, you want to jump on? Yeah, come on.
I never made it in the house. I never made it.
Made it. Okay.
I never knew that was even going on. You know.
Okay.
I know if I'm sure if I would have ran the Screw somewhere at the gas station or something, he probably would have said, "Hey, man, but I never knew that was going on." And I think it was meant to happen the way it happened, because that movement and the way that movement developed for them, it was for them. We had our movement; it developed for us the way it did for us. So, the way that they had that thing, the way it built up, them spitting them flows at Screw's house, man, and all that, man, that was like classic, man. That was like some legendary stuff. And I think that it's good that it's exclusive to those who was regulars, on those tapes. Now, like you say, you had the pimps and the guys like that came through and maybe appeared here and there, but as far as just the regulars, man, who laid their foundation, it was probably in there all the time. That's for them, man. You got to give it up.
Oh, really? Well, I just thought maybe there was an invite somewhere.
No.
And plus, there's like thousands of Screw tapes, so no one knows what is what. So, Yeah. And like going back to Street Military, KB, Lil Flea, Icey Hott, Nutt, Pharoah. Pharoah is from South Park. Did you two have like a tight camaraderie?
Yeah. Well, he was a little younger than me, but it's funny how years later, he told me, he said, "Man, I was at the battle when you and Nip battled."
Oh,
he said, "I was a little fella. I was a little young fella, because we battled on this corner, street called Belford. It's on the corner. It's Belford.
I've seen that.
Martin Luther King.
Yes.
Right on the corner of the Belford and Martin Luther King, and they had there was a Walgreens right there. So we was in the Walgreens parking lot. But a few streets down is where Pharoah lived, the street where Pharoah came. So he told me, because when you're in the middle of it, you know the people that you know, but you don't know everybody that's in the crowd. So he told me years later, he said, "Man, I was in the crowd when you battled Nip." Because Pharoah was a young guy, he used to have a flat top and all that, but yeah, we got cool around the Street Military day when Street Military finally, hit the scene, and because Cat was with Street Military at the time on the same label.
Yes, and Cat really is like the sixth member of Street Military.
Just officially unofficial.
Yes.
Because he was on those hooks and all that, man. A lot of those classic songs, Cat was right there on them, But Pharoah and all of us got cool just through those connections because by them knowing Cat and by Nip knowing Icey and all that, we all came together like that. And Street Military was so great because they pretty much had a member from every hood.
Mm-hmm.
That was crazy.
Trinity Garden.
Yeah, you got Trinity Garden. You got Northside. You got Pharoah, South Park. You got Flea in Mo City. You got Icey from everywhere, but Hiram Clark.
Yes, yeah.
So it's like a Nutt. So it's like they exemplified that city unity long before that was even a conversation. They never got caught up in, this fool he's from the north side. They just, hey man, chemistry isn't relegated to like geographical boundaries and that type of stuff. Stuff don't matter, man. We mesh good together. We mesh good together.
Right. And Flea is the one who gave you the nickname The Wizard, right?
He did.
Yes.
He did. Man, he did. Flea started calling me that in like the early 90s, man. And picked up and it stuck and caught on. And I told him, I didn't even know if he remembered. This was years ago. But every time I see him, I make sure to mention that. I was like, Flea gave me that name, man.
Oh, really? Shout out to Lil Flea. Shout out to the whole Street Military.
Yeah, no doubt.
Another guy from the South Park. Did you ever have any camaraderie with Carlos, South Park Mexican.
Yeah. I remember when he started. That same club I was telling you about, Boomerang.
Yes.
He used to be in the parking lot selling cassette tapes out his trunk.
Huh.
He had an album out.
Was it Hustletown?
The Hillwood album.
Hillwood. Darn it. Yes.
And
yes.
He had cassettes, and he would be posted up in Boomerang Park because Boomerang was the spot. I'm telling you.
Okay.
And I think one of the big nights at Boomerang, if I'm not mistaken, I think one of their big nights was a Tuesday. It was Tuesday nights. It wasn't just Friday and Saturday like the regular club night. Tuesday Boomerang, to my recollection, used to be swollen there. So yeah, man. So it's like I would pull up because one of the local radio stations, they used to do live remotes from the club, and we would go up to the club because we was cool with the DJ that worked at the station at the time, and we would go up to the club and just try to get on the air because he would let us. He would pull us on there, come on, and when they come on the air, he let you talk and promote your stuff, on the radio, on like the real radio.
Yes.
So them little 2 minutes where you can get on there and say, yeah, man, it's K-Rino, man, go get my new album. Angels on new album, Story from Black. That was big because the whole city hearing that.
Yes.
So, but SPM would be in the parking lot, hustling and hustling his CDs, selling his cassette tapes, trying to get his name out there, man. And this was long before he even rose to the level that he ended up getting to.
Man.
Yeah.